Hi everyone, I'm using the Wandering Star Tarot for our weekly reading from Monday the 5th of June through to Sunday the 11th of June. So I'm setting the intention for a reading for the highest and greatest good for the collective or anyone who views this video. We have Monday, the King of Swords. Tuesday, the Four of Wands. Wednesday, the Page of Cups. Thursday, the Five of Cups. Friday, the High Priestess. Saturday, the Seven of Pentacles. And Sunday, the Page of Swords. So we have some powerful energies coming from the cosmos, coming from the planets, bringing in the divine intelligence, the divine wisdom, helping us to connect to the higher consciousness, to our higher self. So Monday we have the King of Swords, and this is connecting to our higher self, to the higher consciousness. Mercury is in close conjunction with Uranus, which is the lower mind. Mercury, the lower mind, Uranus, the higher mind, merging now, really taking and opening up to these downloads that we're receiving from our higher consciousness and allowing them to become activated within our body. And we have Pluto and Saturn opposing the full moon, which we're still feeling the energies of. So Pluto is asking us, what are our beliefs? Because every thought that we have, our cells hear every thought, and then our cells broadcast those thoughts, those beliefs into our energy field. So Pluto is really giving us the opportunity to listen to those beliefs that we have, any fears that may be coming up to the surface, to really listen to how those thoughts and feelings create a reality, create our reality. Saturn opposing this full moon that we have are still in the energy of, asking us to be honest with ourselves. Saturn is in Pisces and Neptune is in Pisces, so we've got these powerful energies, sacred and spiritual energies, bringing the formless into form. This is what Saturn helps us to do, to make sense of those higher, those divine, intelligent messages that come through. Help us to really connect with them. So we are stood in this place of Pluto bringing up anything, any old beliefs that we may have that are hindering us on our path. Our spirit stepping into our spiritual bodies and helping us to alchemize those lower beliefs. Our thoughts, when we speak them, actually manifest in our lives. So during this time of Uranus and Mercury in this close conjunction, really listening to how we're communicating, reflecting on how we are using our words, how we on our thoughts. The King of Swords is helping us, and this is an energy coming through, is helping us to connect to those higher thought forms, those heavenly messages, that when we let go of our anxieties, that Pluto is is bringing up, if we have any, to help us to really be aware of what we are holding within us. Saturn, Pisces and Neptune helping us to make sense and to work through these energies in a spiritual way, with compassion, with love, with patience, lots of patience. Moving above the energy of labeling anyone or anything, and as we move up, everything is as it is without any label. So if we are putting a label onto someone or something, we are creating a separation. When we rise above and see from a higher consciousness, from a higher perspective, without judgment, that everything is as it is for our learning, not to project it out into the outside world that's something wrong, but to listen to what our outside world is teaching us and listen to what our inner environment is feeling and thinking. So we are coming into this alignment with the inside world, with our inner environment, to create harmony in our outer environment. And the King of Swords, he's sat there, he has his sword upright, ready to cut away any thoughts that are not empowering, that are not bringing life force energy into his body. And this is the energy, the divine masculine, that has been healing with the divine masculine, with the males in our lives, with the male aspect within us if it's out of balance. So lots of healing there, beautiful opportunity to heal and to just step back, connect into silence, because when we're in silence, that's when we receive the downloads. And so many downloads, different waves of energy coming through now, and we're absorbing, accepting. And as we're absorbing, accepting, sometimes these energies come up that do bring fearful thoughts that we've maybe have suppressed, coming up into this light. Because if we have this thought within us, there's a vibrational connection in our outside world. So helping us to cleanse now, cleanse from those old, outdated beliefs, and to listen to what are we believing in? Are we making choices from those old beliefs? And if those choices are creating any kind of separation or fear, to come back in and realign and readjust and open our crown and connect to the higher consciousness, our higher consciousness, which is not outside of us, it's in the depth, in the core of who we are. Tuesday we have the Four of Wands, so beautiful energy for Tuesday, and it's my birthday, the 6th of June, and it's the 666 gateway. And the universal number for Tuesday is 19, so it reduces to 1, so new beginnings. The one in the tarot is the Magician, bringing all our elements, our energies, using all the elements of the directions of east, south, west and north, drawing all the energies in, working in this grounded energy of Taurus, really grounding the energy, working with the elements, going outside, connecting to nature, and really sitting and connecting with nature, just being and observing. And if our mind goes off somewhere, bring it back to the flower that we are focusing on. Every single sentient being, every animal, every plant, every fish, every conscious being on the planet is receiving these upgrades. Our pets are opening up, becoming conscious. So we're seeing, even in animals, a rise in their consciousness, seeing the immense power that this energy has that resides within us and all around us. And as we focus with Jupiter, Saturn, with Jupiter in Sagittarius, which was this full moon, really putting a magnifying glass on anything that we're focusing on. Manifesting really quickly. So really decluttering and cultivating any thoughts, feelings that we don't want to admit to our energy field, bringing that stable energy. And Tuesday, the moon is in Capricorn, so a very stable energy. So we're coming from this expansion of Sagittarius into the groundedness of Capricorn, bringing everything. And we're in this time of it's the Gemini season, which is the Lovers in the tarot, which before it was the Lovers, it was choice, but making choices that support stability, that support our peace of mind, that support joy and expansion in our lives. We have the Four of Wands here. This is a day of celebration, a day of really stepping in and creating our freedom, and asking ourselves, what does freedom mean to us? Freedom, if we had finances and whatever it means to us. Freedom from all worry, freedom from all concerns, because we know those energies are pointless. They hinder our health and hinder our environment in our outside world. So Tuesday, on this 6/6 portal, universal number of 1, new beginnings, the magician, becoming the mystic in our life, really working with these earthly elements, drawing all the energies in and really sending them forward. Wednesday, we have the Page of Cups, bringing in a wonderful gift. She has the cup there with the fish, which is abundance and wisdom, bringing in that sacred wisdom, helping us to really trust and stand in our faith. New beginnings coming in, and this is fun and magic, romance and love. As we move up in our vibration, we come into alignment and atonement with love and divine magic, and things become easier, freer. We start to move with grace. So things really starting to change for us on Wednesday. And this is a card of love. I'm feeling love from this, a new love coming in on Wednesday. And Venus is moving into Leo. And this is lots of passion, the divine masculine and the divine feminine coming in together. And Venus, there's a lot of Venetian energy flowing, helping us, supporting us with love as we're moving through these changes, moving from who we thought we were to actually who we truly are, letting go of all the labels, letting go of all the expectations, and just moving, opening our hearts and allowing our soul to follow us. New beginnings, pushing through into this new spiritual way of living, a real expansion of spirituality. It's flowing in through the cosmos, through the solar flares, from the sun, from the spiritual sun, taking in those downloads. And those downloads will show us where we are old in some fears, and help us to really alchemize those fears, to move through those fears with ease, with grace, with gentleness. Thursday we have the Five of Cups, and this is a card of really focusing on what loss, a card to remind us, if these energies do start to bring up those fears of lack that we have suppressed, but are in our cellular, they're in our cellular memory, which will be floating up. Looking at all those cups overflown, just over, knocked over, everything coming out, draining away, all that happiness going. But there's two cups there standing, which is the Two of Cups, which speaks of love. So if we go into this place where, if Pluto takes us into this energy of looking at areas in our lives where we fear loss, where we may be fearful of the future, to really come back and focus on the Two of Cups, focus on love, focus on those Two of Cups overflowing. Let go of what's gone. Don't project fear into the future. This is a beautiful card for this energy, because it's a reminder that even though we may perceive we've lost so much, maybe there's regret or whatever, however this card is coming through, is to remember, once we fill our own cup with love, with peace, with rest, lots of rest this week, huge energies, huge movements in the skies. And as these powerful planets move, and on Saturday or Sunday, Pluto moves back into into Capricorn, sorry. Pluto moves back into Capricorn after being in Aquarius. So it's shifting all that energy back. So we're going to feel a shift from the air, from Aquarius, which is a earth sign, back into Capricorn, which is an earth sign. Really allowing all the growth that we have experienced during Pluto being in Aquarius, taking that knowledge, taking that wisdom back into Capricorn, into this earthly plane, and anchoring it there. So lots of energy, things coming up, energy shifting, going back, going deeper into ourselves, really being honest with what we actually do believe, because those beliefs, even if we don't speak of them, if we have a belief, if we are saying I'm prosperous, or I am loved, but we have that belief within us of our lack, of us being unlovable, they're like energy. That's energy our cells are broadcasting out into our energy field. Pluto is bringing these up to alchemize, to help us see the Two of Cups instead of everything, instead of looking at our fears and any lack, fear of lack that we may have, or fear of loss. So Thursday is a beautiful day to keep in alignment with love, and know that if anything comes up, know that these heavenly planets are bringing these issues up for us to be honest and to listen and to let this divine intelligence that's flowing. We have Neptune in Pisces facing the galactic center. So we're receiving these downloads. So, and Chiron also very communicating through this new full moon and through this week, helping us, bringing up these wounds, but also receiving the wisdom to actually heal and dissolve and rise up and heal from these fears, these false beliefs that we have, not just this lifetime, past lives. We are shifting energy from past lifetimes, from our ancestors. We're all working immensely hard to bring light into Mother Earth, into our earthly realm. So being gentle with ourselves, bringing in the wisdom, and from this day on Thursday, lots of light bulb moments of maybe a anxiety, a fear coming up, and then the solution, the antidote comes right the way after. Within a few moments it comes in and we're able to dissolve it. And Thursday the moon is in Libra, so about our relationships again. So with Venus, Leo, and all these energies that are coming through, bringing our first and foremost our self into alignment. And as we bring ourself into alignment and not get drawn into any drama, whether it's in our relationship or outside world, not getting drawn into the drama, really stepping back and holding ourselves with integrity, with alignment. Friday we have the High Priestess. Still the energies of this full moon that we've just gone through, we're still feeling it. And we had a full solar eclipse in Scorpio. So we've moved from that full solar eclipse into this full moon in Sagittarius. So these phases helping us to see that there is life after death. There is transformation. Sagittarius, whose ruling planet is Jupiter, is all about more. Expansion, growth, our spiritual connection, spiritual learning. And as we start to step into this energy and feel still the energies of this full moon that we have just we have moved through, going within, coming into that middle way of keeping ourselves as centered as we can, as we are moving through these initiations that we're receiving. The High Priestess is inner wisdom, the seer, the reader, constantly going through that death and rebirth within, as we change one belief that is limiting and has limited us, held us back in fear, to a belief in faith, a belief in our soul, a belief in God and the divine. We start then to open up, and there's a death of the old and a rebirth of a new reality. So we're constantly going through this, and this is a very mystical card. It's a mystical time of really staying aware of what's going on, or what feelings are coming up, what our beliefs. And if we have a deep belief that is causing judgment in the outside world, separation, we know we have come out of alignment, and to bring ourselves back into this mystical centeredness, where all our gifts, where all our answers to every question, it resides there, and it comes through so easily when we're in this present moment and staying in this moment. Jupiter wants us to expand and move in a very forceful energy, which, if we're not careful, we can start burning the candle at both ends, because it's such an energetic energy. To really listen, and like the centaur, the archer, really staying focused on where our attention is being placed in our earthly realm, because Jupiter is holding that magnifying glass, and whatever we are focusing on is going to expand for the next 12 months. So we have this beautiful opportunity of really focusing with love and joy in our lives, focusing on things that uplift us, and Jupiter expands that. Jupiter is a planet of gratitude. As we are grateful, we raise our vibration. So the High Priestess on Friday is asking us to go within, listen to what's going on within us, being truthful to ourselves, using our spiritual gifts, doing our self-healing, beautiful time for healing, doing our self-healing, being patient with ourselves, listening to the messages that are dropping in now from the higher, as we're moving up into the higher dimensions. We are picking up on the frequency and being guided by the higher dimensions, but from within, not outside. Outside is getting noisy, lots of things going on in the outside world that we can all have an opinion on, and that we can all get lost in. And that's another ploy to get us from within, to really start focusing on the outside world. And when we start doing that, when we do have a judgment, or we start forming opinions that not really from a place of us knowing the full story, we start to manifest. So the High Priestess is saying, come within, that magic is within us, and wherever we place our attention, that is where we are placing our magic. And if it's out of alignment, then we will know by what starts to appear in our outside environment that starts to affect us. We know once we start getting affected, it's time to unhook, call in Archangel Michael to do some card cutting, but from a place of love, not from a place of resistance, of not wanting to be a part of that energy, actually from a place of love. And those cards will be cut in a beautiful vibration and will be sealed and cauterized with unconditional love. So lots of inner work this week, but from it so much expansion. And then Saturday we have the Seven of Pentacles, asking us to stay positive. Things that are starting to come to fruition, still not quite ripe, there's still growth there, we're still working through our subconscious patterns and beliefs, but every drop that comes in from our higher consciousness creates fertile soil for our seeds of intentions to grow. So we're being asked not to worry, because worry takes us down into a lower frequency, to really have trust in what we are doing, and we're all awakening to our own uniqueness. And if our gifts are different, if we're coming from a different perspective, that's okay. Don't get doubtful because people don't see the way that we do. That's fine. It's about what feels right for us and how we are navigating and following our heart through our own life. And this is the Seven of Pentacles. It's all been planted, it's starting to grow. Let go of impatience, because that again puts us into resistance. Nothing can come in if we start getting impatient, because we've gone into trying to force things and expectation, and it's coming back. Things starting to grow now, and this is a card of success. And then Sunday we have the Page of Swords, and the page is stepping forward. So this energy that's coming in is, we've never been in this environment before. Well, we may have been in Lemuria and Atlantis, and our higher self is leaving us those breadcrumbs for our soul to follow, those divine nuggets of wisdom for us to follow. So we're moving into a new space that may feel a little bit new, but we're being asked to trust. This is the start of those higher connections, to be aware as Mercury and Uranus are so close in the sky, being aware of how we're communicating with ourselves, how we're communicating with others, to keep our voice in alignment with our heart and not just let words just fall from us, to really listen to how we are speaking, to the advice we are giving. So the page is, this is us becoming the students again, working with this powerful, powerful energy, opening up to the cosmos and the galactics of light coming in, helping us. And as we move and shift through this time, we are bringing in more and more light, and that light brings up things that are no longer relevant in our lives anymore, and to find time to really honour how far we've come, honour where we are in this very moment, feel the strength and the empowerment, and being mindful of where we're placing our attention and how we're communicating. And the Page of Swords is our thoughts, really sifting away those thought forms that drain us, that cause us to go out of balance, to peaceful thoughts, meditation, connecting to Father, Mother God, our Creator, the divine, And as we do, we start to raise up, and we find it easier then to actually be discerning. So Sunday, the Page of Cups, new energy that we're all absorbing and learning to be one with this consciousness, this higher consciousness. So a wonderful week, beautiful week ahead. Spend time in nature. Spend time listening to those cellular memories. As soon as we start creating a story about a situation in our lives, we've gone into a cellular memory. To really take a step back, open up, allow ourselves to fill with this light, allow it to go through our bodies, our cells with the divine healing, and being at peace will help us to release anything now that has been vibrating through a cellular memory, a low vibration at a cellular memory, that if we've got a fear there, we've got an actual belief with it, and to take our belief away from those fears and to step in to faith. So I'm sending so much love, and thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you.